Greetings, everyone, and welcome. It is May the 29th, late evening here in the United States on the East Coast. It is also mid-morning there in Ukraine. A couple of key things I want to draw your attention to that I was sharing earlier today in the video. Number one is about how Russia is continuing to amass planes and supplies at Ingalls and Elena air bases, what looks like preparation for a massive strike, plus their deployment into the Black Sea and the Sea of Azov with Caliber class ships. They carry the Caliber class missiles that strike Ukraine quite regularly. In addition to that, we're also under heavy drone attack tonight in eastern Ukraine. There have also been some ground-based ballistic missiles fired, and we're still getting very, very heavy pressure coming into the Sumy region as Russia is looking to mount a larger offensive into that region. Now, you can see on the title of the video update tonight, 60 seconds of Zelenskyy, words don't work. And you can see Zelenskyy there with his hand up and Putin and Trump in the background. The reality is tonight in Zelenskyy's address, in the second half of his evening address, he was point blank with his words because right now there are a lot of lies being spread around from Russia in regard to the sharing of the schedule, information, memorandums, description of what we're going to talk about at the potential June 2nd negotiations. We've heard Keith Kellogg talk about that today. We've heard other nations talk about it. But tonight, Zelenskyy made it very clear that everything that you're hearing in regard to that meeting is not true. Zero. So thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, notification bell on, sharing, all of those things. So appreciate it. You don't realize how much of a help it is when you hit that subscribe and like button. And thank you. Now, let's get straight to it. Zelenskyy tonight refuting every nation. Doesn't matter who it is. It can be the US, it can be European nations, it can be Russia, it can be Turkey. Nobody has the information of what Russia has said they are sending out. Here it is, Zelenskyy. I want you to hear it for yourself. Russia is dragging out the war and doing everything it can do to simply deceive the countries that are still trying to influence Moscow with words rather than pressure. Words do not work with Moscow. Even the so-called memorandum, which they promised and allegedly spent over a week preparing, no one has seen it yet. It has not been shared with Ukraine. It has not been shared with our partners. They haven't even shared the new agenda with Turkey, the country that hosted the first meeting. Although they promised the exact opposite, and above all, they promised it to the United States, to President Trump. Another Russian deception. They are doing everything to ensure the meetings are meaningless. And that is yet another reason why there should be sufficient sanctions and sufficient pressure on Russia. Today, Commander-in-Chief Syrskyi delivered a report on the front line and on our long-range activity inside the Russian territory. I thank our guys for their precision, and it is only fair. It is in Russia that they must feel what war truly is in order to be willing to engage in diplomacy. And one more thing. Today I spoke with Ukraine's Finance Minister Marchenko about Ukraine's long-term financial outlook. To ensure support for our army, to maintain Ukraine's resilience, and secure our budget payments. Stability and predictability for our people are essential. We are working on this together with our partners, including preparation for the upcoming G7 meetings. Thank you to everyone standing with Ukraine. Thank you to everyone defending our state. Glory to Ukraine. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is from President Volodymyr Zelenskyy tonight. Quite a few things in that short video that you need to pay attention to. Most importantly, he said, thank you for helping Ukraine. So many, many times President Zelenskyy has said, if you are out there in media world in blogging, vlogging, whatever you're doing, sharing truth. Always tell people thank you. We've been accused before of not being grateful. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you wherever you're watching for supporting Ukraine, for standing for the truth. A couple of key things he said there: words will not work, and nobody has seen any documents from Russia, not Turkey, not the US, not us, not anybody. And then he talked about, I wanted you to see that last part about Ukraine constantly working on the budget, making sure that everything is squared away to take care of the army and to make sure that Ukraine is standing sovereignly. And then he thanked the heroes who are delivering the long range precision strikes into Russia. They will continue because Russia must feel war so that they are pushed to come to the table and let's talk about a solution. That is how you do it. Words don't work. Tweets don't work. Action works. President Zelenskyy tonight laying it out there. Thank you for being here. We'll keep an eye on everything that is unfolding and be ready at any time for an update or a live. Appreciate you guys very much. Have a good evening or morning wherever you're at.